Welcome to The Binge. This is a podcast about curiosity with no filter and no lane. Some episodes chase big ideas. Some sit with small, strange observations. Some go deep, some go sideways, and some exist just because the thought wouldn't leave me alone. There's no set topic here, no fixed format, no promise except this. If it's interesting, it's fair game. This is where culture, stories, questions, and half-finished thoughts get a little room to breathe, where seriousness and absurdity can sit at the same table without explaining themselves. You're not here for answers, you're here for the binge. Let's get into it.
It's the Binge Podcast where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast.
Here's something super fucking interesting that should probably make you uncomfortable. Your life is governed less by power than by leftovers. Not kings, not corporations, not even algorithms. Those are just fancy leftovers with electricity. What really runs things are instructions that outlived their purpose. Someone wrote them once, probably in a hurry, probably under fluorescent lighting, probably thinking, this will be temporary. It never is. Instructions don't die. They fossilize. And once fossilized, they start telling the future what it's allowed to be. Here's how instructions become reality. Instructions start as suggestions. Then they get repeated. Then they get written down. Then they get printed. Then they get signed. Then they get digitized. Then they get enforced by someone who didn't write them and doesn't benefit from them, but is terrified of being the one who breaks them. That's the moment they stop being instructions and start being reality with paperwork. At that point, questioning them isn't problem solving, it's non-compliance. And non-compliance, socially, professionally, emotionally, is treated like a character flaw. The cult of procedure. Procedure is the most successful cult ever invented. It doesn't demand belief, it only demands obedience. No robes, no chance, just checklists, deadlines, and the soft hum of best practices. Procedure rewards people who follow it perfectly and punishes people who ask what it's for. You can fail inside procedure and be forgiven, but step outside it, even successfully, and suddenly you're at risk. That's how innovation gets quietly escorted out of the building. History's pettiest revenge. Here's the part nobody advertises. Most instructions were created to solve problems caused by older instructions. Layer upon layer, patch on top of patch. We don't remove rules, we stack them until the system becomes a Jenga tower made of memos. At some point, nobody knows which rule is load-bearing anymore, so everyone treats all of them like explosives. Touch nothing, change nothing, document everything. The system survives. The people inside it slowly suffocate. The dead hand, again, but worse. Legal scholars call it the dead hand of the past. That's polite. What it really is, ghost management. Dead people telling you where to stand, dead people deciding what's allowed, dead people defining professionalism. They didn't know you. They didn't know the internet. They didn't know climate collapse, burnout culture, or how weird everything would get. But they're still in charge. Not because they were right, but because no one filed the paperwork to disagree. The psychology of compliance. Here's why this works so well. Following instructions feels safe. Breaking them feels personal. Even when the rule is stupid, obeying it means you won't be singled out. Disobedience, even thoughtful disobedience, puts a target on your back. Humans evolved to survive groups, not systems. So we internalize the rules. We enforce them on each other. We become unpaid security guards for a structure that doesn't love us back. That's the real trick. When rules become morality. The most dangerous moment is when instructions stop being practical and start being moral. You're not just out of process, you're unprofessional, difficult, not a culture fit. Notice how quickly technical disagreements turn into personality defects? That's how systems protect themselves, by reframing obedience as virtue. You are living in a rough draft. Still. Despite how solid everything looks, nothing is finished. The fonts can change, the rules can change, the whole thing can be re-edited. It only feels permanent because permanence is implied, not proven. Every law, every norm, workflow, and expectation is a post-it note that got taken too seriously. The world isn't carved in stone. It's written in dry erase marker by people who left the room. The most dangerous question you can ask, politely. Why do we do it this way? Not sarcastically, not aggressively, just calmly. Watch what happens. Best case, you uncover a reason that still matters. Worst case, you expose a void. And systems hate voids because voids invite redesign. Small acts of creative disobedience. You don't need a revolution, you need micro-mutations. Rename the thing. Skip the pointless step. Rewrite the template. Break the meeting into something useful. Treat the rule as optional and see who notices. Most of the time, no one does. And when no one does, you learn something terrifying and liberating. The rule was never real. Only the fear was. Final page. Listen to this one twice. The instructions aren't evil, they're just old. Old things don't know when to let go. You're not irresponsible for questioning them. You're not reckless for rewriting them. You're not broken for feeling like something's off. You're just awake inside a system that runs best when everyone's half asleep. So go ahead, update the draft, cross something out, write in the margins. History is just a magazine with good PR. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe.
You know by now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. By now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Tune in right now. Stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast.